And we're live. We are live in the centre of London.
Oh, hi.
Centre de Ville, as they say in somewhere. Right, we'll find, yeah, I think it's Spain. We are looking at behaviour and what people wear and what people don't wear. And in particular, the backpack. Because as you may know, although I'm wearing a backpack, I'm not a backpacker as such. And I pack my bag, I'm wearing it. You might like to call it a rucksack. There's another individual right there. You can see that she's wearing the rucksack, but she's not a backpacker. I wouldn't describe, that's borderline backpacker, but
More pack your bag.
yeah.
She a side saddle.
Now, you reckon the backpacker is difficult to define but easy to recognise. When you see one, shall we go for a little walk in search for one? Camille Kellner is saying he has a bomb in the backpack. Not true. Not true. But anyway, we're in Leicester Square. Give it the old impression, Ali. You can do it.
Which impression?
The impression that you were doing earlier on that was really good. He does a great impression. I'll do it. I'll do an impression of Ali doing an impression, and you tell me if this is any good. Here in central London, we're searching for a very rare specimen. The backpacker wears the rucksack. There you go. There's live music here as well. Now that's a musician, a violinist. Go on, Ali.
Wild,
Yeah.
we can see the natives.
The natives.
Known as the side saddlers.
So yeah, some people wear. There was a lot of.
Baggalers.
There's a lot of debate going around at the moment about man bags and men who wear some kind of a handbag. Would you be seen dead wearing one?
Perhaps if I was dead, I suppose maybe I would be seen wearing one.
And would that be a sign that you'd killed yourself with the strap? If you were in the cell next door to Mr. Epstein?
I think it'd be okay.
Okay.
Who's Epstein?
Jeffrey Epstein, the prisoner who tragically killed himself. I don't much like the man purse look, to be honest, and that comes from John. Look, why not? What's wrong with a man wearing something that's traditionally effeminate? Isn't it? Can't we let go of these stereotypes? Must we be held back by conventions and what society expects us to do? It's just, and that's from Jen Wallace. Sorry, I couldn't read and my eyes are going. My eyesight's not what it used to be, Jen. Yeah, I used to wear a bum bag. Oh, look, there's a side saddler. First side saddler spotted. That's Ali's terminology there. Salam brothers, thank you, Qasim Aslam. Peace be unto you. Yeah, you see, the thing is,
another side saddler.
These people are going to suffer with their posture, because you should walk in a symmetrical way. You know,
side saddle like this.
Have you seen 21 Jump Street?
Yeah.
Do you know the scene I'm talking about?
No.
Okay. At some point, so they go back to school, and it's like 10 years since they've been young.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, make sure you look cool in that." And he starts wearing his bag on one shoulder, which was how we did it back in the day. And then he looks around, and he realises 10 years on, people don't do that anymore. People are rocking 2 straps. Yeah. You can't be walking around with only one strap on. It's not good, Ali. Just never, promise me you'll never do that. Okay? 2 is fine. Having 1 strap on is not good.
Yeah.
Make sure you're double strapped, always. And it's better for the posture. It's better for the posture. We should try and be symmetrical.
Makes you look like you have
Well, it makes you look like you're in a hurry to get somewhere. But I think people that suffer with back problems and end up walking with a cane, they need to either have 2 canes or none. You can wear the whole crutches and have 2, because that'll keep you symmetrical. But once you have 1, You start walking
In circles.
wonky. You get one leg longer than the other two, and it's not good. I think we need to walk in a symmetrical way. And if you get injured, you're a sportsman and a sports coach. If you get injured on one side of your body, you can end up compensating on the other side. Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah.
What happened? Tell us the story, Ali. What happened? If it's not too traumatic,
my wrist once.
You hurt your wrist. Okay.
Yeah.
So you vigorously overuse of the wrist. It can happen. What would you advise to fellow wrist damagers? How can they get out of
wrist?
To use the other wrist?
To rest the other.
Rest the other wrist.
Yeah.
Well, look, it must have been quite an injury. The old wrist strain. So we're walking through. This must be a Mauritian area. I'm noticing a lot of. I think that's the Mauritian flag there. Say hi to the people.
Hi.
Beautiful message. Thank you. Any advice for me? This chap injured his wrist. I'm just wondering.
Fuck a trans gal.
Okay, there you go. Heard it here first. That'll solve all your problems. I will next time. Yeah, we have. They're very nice people, the Mauritians, aren't they? Very, very, very friendly. I think that's the Mauritian flag, isn't it? All those different colours. It's like that's the Mauritian. Must be the Mauritian embassy, I presume. Never been. Love to go. Love to go. Yeah, I'll be honest. I've got a bad wrist as well, and I think it stems from when I broke my arm.
Yeah.
And you were there for me. This guy, when I broke my arm and was unable to drive, this guy drove me around. Memorably, we went to the cinema and saw Train Spotting 2, which was very good. And you know who your friends are when you're in need. But yeah, I lost so much strength in the one arm, and because it was locked in position, and this was my left arm, my good arm, and I took a kick to the forearm. I ended up losing a lot of mobility in my wrist because it was locked in place. Tragic times, I know, and I still feel that problem to this day. But what can you do? Notre Dame de France. Do you know what Notre Dame literally means, Alan?
Something North Dam, I don't know.
Notre means hour. So what could dam be?
Hour of the damned.
Dam. What could that be en français? They speak French in Mauritius, funny enough, connecting it all together. So Notre means hour. Dam means Our Lady. Dam means lady. As in Madame means my lady. Yeah, as in Dame. As in Dame Edna, the famous Australian guy. So yeah, we haven't spotted any or many backpackers.
There's a couple of.
But are there? Where?
They're not backpackers.
I'm disappointed because I wanted to illustrate the point. That, all right, this is borderline backpack because they're wearing the other garments. They look like you're on holiday. You're wearing everything that you own for the whole trip, and you're having to.
What do you do for a living?
Yeah. Lesson for life. What do you do for a living? I do this. Thanks for making it possible. Your ongoing support is much appreciated. And I'm obsessive and have to carry everything with me just in case. Yeah, you know what? I'm a bit like that. I'm a bit. I wear a lot of things that have a lot of pockets. I end up trying to carry everything at once, just in case. Got to have the camera. Got to have the light for the camera. Got to have the tripod. Got to have the stand. Like that. I think there would be more backpackers over there. Let's go look. We're going to find one backpacker, and if we don't, we're just going to give it up. But I do think people wear things sometimes just for effect. And you might not even be on holiday. But you want to look like you're on holiday, or you want to wear like I'm a like I have a pair of shoes that were given to me, so I didn't really buy them on purpose, but they're known to be travelers' shoes. And a guy clocked them. He's like, "Oh, you go hiking? Do you?" I said, "Oh, what?" But he didn't say what. I said, "What makes you say that?" He's like, "Oh, the shoes." I'm like, "Oh yeah, these. Yeah, I'm always going on the old hike." You been hiking, Ali?
Once or twice.
I went hiking once, and you have to rock up at the the reception, the visitor centre or whatever to start the hike. And the person whom I was with said, "Oh, can you park nearer the door?" It's like, we're about to walk 5 miles. What difference does 1 metre make? But some people are like that. All right, we haven't. It's been a bit of a letdown. Not only the weather, but the
out in the
lack
wild
of
today.
The lack of backpackers. All right, let's make judgments. Let's prejudge people, which is not something you should always do. But let's prejudge people on what they're wearing, what they're not wearing, what their story is.
Okay.
I mean, look at us. We look like we just walked out of, I don't know, mental hospital, the gym or something. Yeah. We clearly haven't come for a night out, so we stand out. A lot of people are just...
I know, I fit in quite well, I think.
But you fit right in, but as in you couldn't rock up to the nightclub now, even though it's night time. I don't know if we'd be admitted to the casino, but don't go there anyway because you'll lose your money. Unless you're just going for the free sandwiches, in which case, get in there. But don't be tempted. Don't be tempted by the roulette. Okay, hood up. Is this hood now? This guy's coming out with his hood up. Is he wearing his hood up because it's about to rain? Or is he the kind of guy that wears his hood up anyway?
I think it's a comfort thing, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
What comfort does the hood provide?
Just a bit of that cocoon.
A bit of a cocoon, yeah.
Feels quite nice.
Yeah.
It's very, for babies when they're born, they like to be wrapped
blanket.
up tight. Yeah.
Go and tell him. So, I think you're a baby.
You're a big baby.
I find you infantile. Yeah.
Imagine that lady is just playing classical music in the middle of Leicester Square at this time. Never seen that before.
Yeah, in the distance, the violinist. Now, has she chosen her garments accordingly? Is her clothing congruent with what you'd expect for a violinist?
Sure.
Was that a conscious decision, or was that just she dresses like that anyway?
I think that's the way she dresses, I imagine.
I think she consciously decided, if I'm going to play the violin, I need to look like I play the violin. You know what? A coach once said to me, if you want to become a pilot, the first step is to start dressing like a pilot. Obviously, you know, some lessons in flying planes and whatnot are going to come next.
But
as in, carry yourself
dress for the job you want.
Yeah, dress for the job you want. Yeah. But you work with young people and sports teams. What difference in the sports psychology does the uniform? Obviously, you've got to wear the kit so that they can identify.
You look a bit more disciplined. You act more disciplined. You become more effective as a unit.
If they're all wearing the same thing.
You're uniformed up. Yeah, it makes a big difference. Do you feel like you're part of that team next to that next person who's wearing the same stuff as you? Feel like ragtag. You just feel a bit more individual.
Look into his eyes. He's going to die. He's going to go the extra mile, and so will you. I can't remember the quote. What is the famous Any Given Sunday? I don't know what to say, really. 8 minutes away from the most important match of our professional lives. I'm sure Ali gives this speech every Sunday at hockey and gets them all worked up, and they're all banging the sticks on the floor.
Game on engines.
So what do you get? We crawl with our fingernails for that inch. Look at the guy next to you. You're going to see a guy who's going to go the extra inch. Yeah, exactly. I can't do it for you. Oops.
Too old.
Too old, yeah. Great film. Yeah, have you ever given a really motivating speech at the dinner table?
At the dinner table?
Go on. What did you say? This should be good.
Table.
Yeah, the dinner, you said you did it. So what was your dinner table speech, Ali? I've got to hear this.
That died for
Yeah,
you.
it did. It did.
It went through hell and it's come
recently.
back from the flames
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah. No, have you ever given a rousing sports speech at the dinner table? And in the changing rooms, in the toilets, or wherever you have your little motivational huddle. Do you guys all huddle together?
Sometimes, yeah.
You put your sticks in the middle, there with your wood, your hockey stick, and say, right, this is how it's going to be. We're going to, I don't know any hockey moves. We're going to flick it down the wing, and then hopefully, is it goal? Score a home run?
Score a goal.
Yeah, score a touchdown. I don't know what they do. No, what would you say? Like, all right, I'll give you a scenario. All right, get into the mindset. It's the hockey, I don't know, World Cup final. All right, it's half time. How long do you get for half time in hockey?
7.5 minutes.
Not long enough. No wonder the sport's not as big as football. So you say you get 7.5 minutes.
Anywhere between 5 and 10.
Oh, wait a minute. It's not even whatever we feel like.
Sometimes you can decide.
Yeah, how big's the goal?
International is normally
wherever we put our jumpers. Are there any rules to this sport at all? This sounds like a mad free-for-all. But anyway,
It's always innovating.
anywhere between 5. So no wonder you can't make a passionate speech. You don't know how long you've got. You might rile them up, and they're all cheering and like, yeah, let's go. Ah, come on, let's go, yeah. And then you're like, oh no, wait, we've got another 5 minutes. It's, yeah.
What do I say now?
What do I say now? Yeah.
Just let the temperature drop.
It's like when the teacher finishes a lesson too early. It's like, right, stand by on your chairs. The bell's going to go any minute.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't happen. But all right, presume they've told you, like, look, Ali, this particular half time, it's going to be a 10-minute one. All right, no 7.5, no 5 minutes. You've got 10 minutes to tell your team, who are not playing very well, they're 1-0 down. Is 1-0 like is that a typical hockey score, or are matches like 10-9 and 20-18? No, that's like football. Okay, so it's not football in primary school when it's like 100 to 50 and then its next goal wins anyway. All right, so you 1-0 down. It's a close game, but you know, on the back foot. How are you going to tell this team to get back together? What are you going to say to them?
Tell them to pull their finger out.
Pull the finger out. Would you say it literally like that, or would that be a metaphor?
It would be a metaphor.
A bit of metaphor. Okay. A metaphor for what?
A metaphor or a metaphor?
A metaphor, however you like to say it. What would it be metaphorically referencing?
Sometimes, if it's only like a difference of one, it's just stick to your processes.
Just one finger. Sorry, stick to your what?
Stick to your processes, keep going, and the time will come.
Would you ever say stick to your stick? Because that's quite catchy. No, it doesn't really mean anything. Damn it, because it sounds, I could copy. All right, stick to your processes.
Yeah.
And what are these processes? Give me like the main 10.
I can't give away my secret.
Oh, okay. All right, as a sports psychologist, can't give away. All right, stick to your processes. Does that sort of mean do the basics well?
Yeah, I guess so.
Get out there and play well.
Stick to the plan.
Go out there.
Trust in the system.
Be really good at hockey.
Trust in each other.
Remember all we did? Oh yeah, trust each other. That's always good.
Yeah.
What if there is a lack of trust in a team? How do you rectify that?
Well, you can't rectify that in the moment. It's very hard.
Well, that's where you're wrong, Ali. What you do, all right, it's a little tip, okay?
Uh-huh.
You get one of them to stand in the middle and close their eyes. I presume there's space to do this in the hockey changing room.
If you're going to do a trust exercise.
If it's not, wait, bear with me. All right, we'll do it now. Can we do it? Let's see. All right, Ali. Let's see if we can do this. Because Ali's team need to know. Right, here we go, Ali. You do have to trust me on this one. I'm gonna leave the bag on.
How about I trust you?
You trust me or I trust you? Who's going to be the trustworthy one?
Me.
I'm going to trust you, yeah? All right, Ali. I'll trust you to watch my bag while we do the trust exercise. This will win you a hockey tournament one day. Are you ready? Are you nice and strong, yeah? All right. Well done, Bo. Oh, man. I trust you. Thank you. Right, great, you're a great coach. Now let's get out there and win this game. We've got 7 minutes left. Yeah, see? Just a little bit of that goes a long way, man. A little bit of trust. Trust in your friends, and they will trust in you. So do you think that's something you might use at half-time? I mean, how many players are there on a hockey team?
There's 11 on the team, 16 in the squad.
16 in the squad, that's good.
Yeah.
Even numbers then, so there's not someone left out saying, no one trusts me. Because there's normally at least one, in 16 people, one of them will be untrustworthy. Just think of your own family.
They can sit on the bench, right?
They can sit this one out. And the good thing about athletes is they're not going to be overweight, or they shouldn't be. Or should they? We'll talk about that, because the thing is, BMI doesn't equate to fitness.
Yeah, but that's if you're talking about BMI. But you were just talking about people being overweight.
Well, you can be overweight and have a high BMI, but also be an athlete.
You can be an athlete. You can be a sumo wrestler and be an athlete.
Exactly. But hockey athletes have a more slender physique from what I've seen. Don't get many, big ones.
Yeah.
What would be the heaviest that you'd want to be and still be able to play hockey for however long they play for? Do they have a set time, or do they just play until that's enough?
Your peak is around about 28.
How long's the match? Let's just go home when we're bored. Yeah, half time is like 7 minutes, 6 minutes, whatever we feel like. Yeah. The match will be,
How long can we go for?
Rough. Yeah, till we get bored, till our mums call us home for dinner.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, time's up. So to run around for 70 minutes, you don't want to be. What would the heaviest hockey player weigh in at?
As an athlete?
Yeah.
As an elite athlete, probably 80 kgs max.
80 kg max. So sort of 13-ish stone.
Yeah, I don't think
right.
get more than that.
You do get a few footballers bigger than that, but probably not much bigger.
No, they still need to be fast. But the thing is, when you made a muscle, when you're 13, all that muscle's working for you.
Yeah.
So you can be that big and that heavy, but your muscles are carrying all of that muscle along.
Yeah, saps the energy. Saps the energy quickly.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
What
I'm saying is, when you're huge, but you're made of muscle, all that muscle is working to power you.
Okay.
So it doesn't slow you down.
Yeah, but I think it does.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think...
Depends what training you do, right?
Well, yeah.
So if you look at Linford Christie or... Who's the American sprinters at the moment?
Tyson Gay, Maurice Green.
Before that, they're older.
Marvin Gaye. The American sprinter, Carl Lewis. I'm thinking Jamaican. Ben Johnson was Canadian, and he was on drugs, and he was massive, powerfully built.
Big though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So he's made purely of muscle, and he was fast.
Yeah, for 10 seconds or 9.8.
Yeah, but that was his aim. I'm talking about speed, aren't I? I'm not talking about the opposite.
Well, that's the thing. He wouldn't survive in a hockey game.
No, of course not, because he doesn't have the cardiovascular fitness.
I think it's hard to have that kind of cardio and be that heavy.
Yeah, I probably agree. Yeah.
Or that muscle bound.
Yeah. There are muscular hockey players.
Yeah, no doubt. But I'm saying like heavier than 80, like sort of 90 kg. It's going to be difficult, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. They might end up gassing out. All right, well, let's judge some more people about how they look. There's a lot of tourists. There's a lot of people dressed still for summer, even though it's kind of cold.
And then the winter started.
It feels like the winter. It feels like winter's coming. It does feel like it. There's an umbrella up unnecessarily. I still think that's bad luck, putting an umbrella up when it's not even raining. Yeah, it's some like August. We call it summer, but you can feel in the air that change. There's something in the air tonight. I can feel it. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. And
here we have a hand luggager.
Yeah, so here's one of Ali's side saddlers carrying a bag on one side. Another one, two in a row, three.
Luggager.
And this guy has even taken it off. Wow.
He's turned his backpacker into a hand pack.
Do you ever wear your rucksack on your front out of paranoia of being pickpocketed?
I have never done that.
Bagged, as is the correct term. Yeah, it's sort of
lucky dip.
It smacks of a French school trip. I think it's something that they invented, where you walk along with the backpack, but you're wearing it on your front. Which brings to mind the good old-fashioned bum bag that not many people, if you're watching in the United States, it's known as a
pack of the fanny.
Yeah, don't get confused. It's an Americanism. So the fanny pack or the bum bag, which is obviously originally intended to be worn around the back of the body, but I guess hence the name.
Right.
But in practice, it's more often found worn around the front of the abdomen, and it's good. It's good for easy access, quick access. If you need to carry a lot of money, for example, or you work maybe in a market and you need to provide change when someone's making a purchase. I do wear those when I go on holiday. I don't really feel the need to wear them over here, but when I'm abroad, I don't.
Under your shirt.
I rarely wear anything else, if I'm honest. In terms of a bag, you don't want to know where I go on holiday. Have you ever been to a nudist beach?
I have not.
Would you ever go?
I would never say never, but I don't know.
Have you ever been within binocular range distance of a nudist beach?
Not to my knowledge.
Not to your knowledge. Have you ever been escorted away from a nudist beach?
I have not.
Escorted onto a nudist beach?
No.
Escorted along a nudist beach?
Along?
Yeah, like they're not chucking you out, they're not chucking you in, they're just escorting you. Moving, keep it moving. Nothing to see here, people, apart from naked people. No? How would you feel if you were at a nudist beach?
How would I feel?
Would you feel out of place?
I wouldn't be nude.
How do you know? This is my scenario, not yours. Can't just decide what's happening.
Well,
yeah, so you would be there, you wouldn't be nude. What would you be doing there? What the hell kind of person are you? So you'd be enjoying the nudist beach. You'd be enjoying it, as you put it, and you wouldn't be offering other people the enjoyment of your nudity. Quite a selfish beach goer, Alan.
Well, I think...
What would you be doing? Fishing? Would you have your rod out? Would you?
I said I'd be enjoying the beach.
The beach.
Not the nudity.
Okay, you'd be enjoying it in spite of or regardless of the nudity. Okay. All right. And this beach that you're on, this nudist beach, I mean, is it stony beach? Is it sandy? Describe it. Sandy. Okay. Yeah. And are we at high tide or are we at low tide?
I don't know.
You don't know, but you know what you're wearing. Let's go. All right. Thank you, Jen Wallace. And Green Light Kashmir is asking me if I'd ever go to a nudist beach. So back to Ali. You're at this nudist beach. You're asking me.
Back to you,
We're talking to Ali right now. You're at the nudist beach. What are you wearing? Because you said you're not nude. What have you got on?
Normally I'd be wearing shorts at the beach.
Normally? So you normally go to a nudist beach? The plot
Normally at
thickens.
a beach, I would
Normally
be
at a
wearing
beach.
shorts.
Nudist or not. You wear, okay. What colour are they?
Blue.
Transparent. Okay. All right. And would you feel under pressure to fit in?
No.
You wouldn't feel pressure to conform.
No, because I'll be there regardless.
Okay. You'd be there regardless. And would you feel uncomfortable with other people being unclothed?
No.
Okay. Ali's not a judgmental guy. I will address the question just because Green Light Kashmir asked it. Would I go to a nudist beach? Yeah, hell yeah. I think I would. You've got to try everything once. And, in the Garden of Eden, before it all went wrong, we were all running around with nothing on.
Or two of them.
Both of us, yeah. But it's... I wouldn't be able to bring the camera, unfortunately.
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, I'm gay, yeah. I suppose not.
No, you don't know.
No, I don't know. Yeah, do they ever... Has anyone ever filmed a documentary on a nudist beach? Although presumably, people that go to a nudist beach don't care anyway. It's probably the only beach you can bring a camera. Kashmir, Green Light Kashmir is saying there's never attractive people at a nudist beach. It's always men 50 plus. Green Light Kashmir sounds like he's a regular. I always assume people's genders on here. But Green Light Kashmir did mention that she was a woman the other day, but I think that was only to make me feel better about my lack of women on the channel. Do you know that the channel...
You just have Jen Wallace on.
I did have Jen Wallace, yeah. I'm glad to have Jen Wallace on. Green Light Kashmir is reminding me I'm a brilliant... Green Light Kashmir, I hope you are. I thought you were a guy telling me that just to make me feel better. And if you are, I don't want to know. I'd rather keep the illusion that, yeah, you're a woman, right? And if you are a woman, how have you reacted to the 50 plus years old men that you in fact, you always see on this nudist beach that you've been to? I mean, what's it been like this week? Green Light Kashmir. Is there any coastline in Kashmir? They don't have a sea, do they?
Kashmir is landlocked, yeah. It's in the mountains.
Oh, Green Light Kashmir is denying it now, saying I've never been to a nudist beach, but I have friends who go all the time. Yeah, the plot thickens. That's all right. No, shall we go? Where's the nearest one? Obviously not now, but tomorrow. Yeah. Shall we go to one?
Tomorrow?
Or whenever you're free. We'll go to a nudist beach and we'll see. I'm not Kashmiri, I'm from Texas. We have one here called Hippie Hollow, and it's all old hippies. Okay, sorry, it just shows you. I presumed you were a man from Kashmir and you're a woman from Texas. Are there any two more different categories of person? I don't think there are. So never assume, Ali. It makes an ass out of you and I.
Follower from Texas.
Out of you and I. Yeah, we're big all over the world, man. From Texas to Tajikistan. We've got a finger in every pie. So yeah, we'll go to maybe we'll go to the one in Texas and we'll vlog it with all of Green Light Kashmir's friends. And we'll play Texas Hold'em.
Catch a flight next week.
Yeah.
You're away on.
Yeah, man. Don't tell them where I'll give you an exciting trip. All right, shall we head towards the vehicle?
You've been invited.
Please come to Texas. You would love it. I think I probably would, but I'm not sure when I could make it. Hold that for a moment, Ali. Right, join us as we start making our way. We'll do a little bit of walk and talk. I do find that walking sometimes makes me more lucid with my thoughts because you're engaging both sides of the brain. And I'm walking, of course, with my backpack symmetrically attached to my person. Central London this time of night, we've got street performers. We've got people standing still for money, which I once... one of those guys that dress up. Ali knows this already, but I'll tell you lot. Guy standing as a statue, expecting money for it, and I put the money in, but I comically paused like a statue myself as I got there, and everyone loved it. Have you ever had one of these portraits done? You know, the caricatures, where they accentuate all your features and make you look a bit like a... Although some of them draw it just sort of realistic. Would you rather get a realistic one done or a caricature? If you had to get...
Texas lady.
Yeah, our friend from Texas, if you were going to be drawn like one of Jack's French girls, would you want it to be an accurate...
Jack's French?
Yeah, that's from a film, yeah. Would you want it to be an accurate portrayal, or would you want it to be a cartoon-like accentuation of your form? I want accuracy, yeah, we all do. We all want accuracy, although I think, in a way, a caricature is accurate, because it's catching what the eye catches. I mean, a picture would never be truly accurate. Even a photo is not totally accurate. It's just 2D. It's a snapshot. It's 2D. It's what you look like at that moment.
By definition, is not accurate.
No, but is it? In a way, is it more accurate?
No,
because it's accentuating what makes you recognisable. Be careful. It's not a safe time of night, guys. We should really be locked up at home. But yeah, okay. So you'd go for accuracy over caricature. You know, apparently, in certain cultures, they interpret art and drawing sort of very differently. And if you ask them to draw a picture of a horse, they will be unable, or they won't understand the concept of drawing a horse sideways on with only one eye showing, because a horse has two eyes and they have to include two eyes in the picture, because that wouldn't be regarded as a accurate portrayal of a horse unless you include the two eyes.
okay.
I think it's in parts of accurate. I can't remember the name of the study, but they were looking at sort of cultural differences, and even things that we presume just are the same across all cultures will often be very different.
No free lunch, mate.
Yes.
No free lunch.
No free lunch. Someone's telling us there's no free lunch. So should we go this way or should we loop round? I think we might find interesting people at the what's that called?
That.
What is that?
The circus of the
How do I
Piccadilly.
not know? Yeah, the Piccadilly. We're looping round to Piccadilly Circus. We've got 7 minutes to go because by compulsion, I have to end on half an hour or 45 minutes. I can't do a weird number. So bear with us as we ride out the last. It's kind of like, I'm not like a hockey referee that just says, yeah, half time is, I don't know, 6-7 minutes, give or take. What a sport. I'm always learning things from this guy. Today I've learned that hockey has barely any rules. All right, let's grab the opportunity of the green man. Always look when you cross the road, even if it's the green man, because some people are careless drivers. You with me, Ali? Oh no, we're all right. Yeah, all right. We'll do a little lap of Piccadilly Circus and the monument. Is that Eros or Cupid or who is that?
Cupid, I guess.
The Cupid, yeah. The god of love. And the famous bright lights, the advertising. I should be charging for that really, putting advertising in my videos. There's a lot of people crowded around here. I don't know what. Ali made a good point earlier on that regardless of time of day, there is very often a pungent aroma of marijuana around this place. So I don't know why that could be. Yeah, man, people just hanging out. They used to do a lot of dance routines down here. I don't think anyone's doing it today, but this is another popular spot for street art and street performances. We had an ice cream earlier on in, what's it called? Grum. And you're going to have to remind me what exactly we got because I'm not going to know next time. Green Light Kashmir is asking, where are we? We are in the centre of central London. And we were in Leicester Square. We just come past Piccadilly Circus. Trafalgar Square is ahead and to the left. Yeah, there we are. Piccadilly Circus Station. Right in the heart of London. And we're wrapping it up and we're on the way down to... I don't think that... we call this Haymarket. I don't think it is Haymarket.
No,
it's next to it.
Because I got directed up here for Haymarket.
Yeah.
I put in Haymarket, but it was telling me to come up this road.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're in central London in our parking hotspot. It's hard to find parking at this time of night. They've really clamped down on it and put double yellow everywhere, which I think is a shame. Well, what can you do? So, Ali, when are you next playing hockey or teaching hockey or...
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Are you going to use my trust exercise?
Speech.
Yeah, rousing speech.
The trust exercise.
And I think a rousing speech mixed with my trust exercise will be the winning formula for all hockey games from here on in.
No.
What other things could you do as a trust exercise? Obviously, we did the most famous one.
Yeah.
What else could you do?
No, actually.
There's always the old bow. If you've got a bow and arrow, there's the apple off the head. But that's a bit too much. That's a bit too high level. There must be some. All right. Okay. Someone lies down. They balance the hockey ball on their nose, and they just put their trust in their fellow teammate. Yeah. Trust the wood. Trust the good old hockey stick. Would you trust a fellow hockey colleague? There's no one good enough that you'd say, he won't miss the ball.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe a few, but if they get even slightly wrong, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's a fine line. It's a fine line. So it's a fine line. Camille Kellner is enjoying the fact that we're still live. Camille is in the chat.
Camille?
Yeah. Ali says hi. Lolig and Polig. Fans
or is it Polig?
From around the world. Right, Ali, we got 2 minutes, so if there's anything you need to say now for the audience.
Tell them to go get a job.
What I would like to say is, firstly, happy Pakistan Day to all Pakistanis, whether they're Pakistani or non-Pakistani. And also, happy Pakistan Day, Ali.
Oh, thanks.
Whether you celebrate or not, and thank you, yeah. And exciting news on Friday, big news for the Yemeni community. There is a Yemeni community event at, I don't know where it is. Where is it? Park Royal. Yeah, it's in Park Royal. It's at 7 o'clock on Friday, which is 1 hour after 6 o'clock. Just so I'd make that clear. All right, this has been Lessons for Life. We've been in central London. I hope the internet has kept up to speed. I hope the sound has been loud and clear. I'm thinking of buying a gimbal for this sort of thing.
Yeah,
so it could be a bit more. I could go on the GoPro, but you're gambling with technology. But yeah, it's been a pleasure to check in with you guys. Please share the channel, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and send it to fellow like-minded people who like a bit of fun and a little bit of intellectualism whenever Ali's around. But the rest is mainly sort of fun and jokes, fun and games, and we'll keep it going. I'll try and get another live one tomorrow, and of course every Sunday night we wrap up Speaker's Corner. This has been Lessons for Life. It's been emotional. We'll do it all again, in a different time, in a different place. We're crossing the road. We were here, and we're gone. Laters.